Hi, Linda Beatty from Linda Beatty's Life Coaching and Counseling. And this morning we're going to talk about pushing past the pain of trauma and suicidal ideations. Now, a lot of times with trauma, flashbacks, triggering, incidents where it actually makes you replay the trauma, can really bring up intense pain in people, depending on what the trauma is, especially if it's very close to home, if it's very close to family. It can really be so painful that you actually think, I can't do it anymore. I just can't be in this kind of pain anymore. And that's where suicidal ideations come in. And suicidal ideations can be a safety net for trauma survivors. It can almost be, if I can't get through this pain, I can always do that. And even though it's a safety thought, it can be a very dangerous safety thought. In other words, you have to be so careful to reach out to people, to talk to people, to not isolate, to really express those feelings without fear that you're going to be put in a hospital or locked away somewhere. I really want you to have someone or somebody that you can feel safe with sharing that, because we can get to a place where we can give into those feelings. And when we do, it can be very, very dangerous. It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So what do you do when you're in that amount of pain and suicidal ideations do come to your mind? Well, we have lots of techniques. If you watch my video, the Trauma Tool Belt, I have techniques on there that you can do that can kind of pull you out of the pain temporarily and help you refocus your mind on something else. Those are the most important things we can do when we're in intense pain. The other thing you have to remember when you're in intense pain is it's a feeling, okay? It's a feeling, and feelings come and go and change, and this will too. It's not going to last forever. It's not going to feel like this forever, and you can get through it. We need to take it moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day. But giving into the pain is not an option. It's just not an option, guys. So even though that suicidal thought may be a safety net in the back of your mind, like, I'm not going to tell anybody, but I'm thinking that if the pain gets much worse, I can always do A, B, or C. I want you to say, okay, I'll do that tomorrow if the pain's still this bad. And then tomorrow you say, I'll do it the next day if the pain's too bad. So there are ways you can still use that as a safety net without ever getting to a place where you want to act on it. Okay? Because acting on it is not an option. You need to reach out to somebody safe. You need to be able to express it with somebody safe. And know that you're going to be safe in the end after sharing it. Lots of things you can do for pain. Distracting. If you've tried the techniques, I have 5 techniques on the Trauma Tool Belt. If you've tried them all and you're still in immense pain, distracting is good. Reach out to somebody else who might need help. Even if you don't have anything to offer them, just asking someone how they're doing and hearing about what they're going through may help you realize you're not alone in this. It might help you realize that you're not the only one going through it. And even though you are pretty drained and in pain yourself, you really do have something to offer, and that is an ear. That is some sympathy. That is some empathy to this other person. And it can also pull you out of yourself and get you focusing on something else besides you. Because when we're self-focused, we can't always see the big picture. And when we're feeling like this, when we're feeling in this kind of immense pain, we have to be able to look at the big picture. You have to look at the people around you who love you. You have to look at all the things you have in your life to be grateful for. You have to start looking at some of those things when you're in this type of pain. Now, I wish I could say I have a magic pill you could take and the pain's going to go away, but it doesn't. You're going to have periods, if you're a trauma survivor, you're going to have periods where you go through immense pain. And the most important thing you could know is that the feeling will pass, this pain will pass, and you will feel better. But you have to sit with it sometimes. You have to go through it sometimes. You have to push through it sometimes. You have to reach out. You have to not isolate. And you really have to believe that this is part of the healing journey, and it will get better. Because, guys, we all go through it, including myself. I still have times when I'm in immense pain where I think, there's always a way out if the pain gets too bad. But I never, ever let it sit there. I never, ever act on it. I never, ever not reach out to somebody and say, hey, I'm really hurting today. Can you pray with me? Can you talk with me? Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm feeling. I never, ever let it go, so I don't do those things. So you have to. You have to do those things when you're in immense pain, and you will get through it. Okay? Trust me, believe me, you will get through it. I promise you. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. I've had those feelings since I was 8 years old, and I'm still here. So I know what I'm talking about with this. So guys, reach out, don't isolate, talk about it, find someone you trust, and really work through it, because you can get through it and it will get better, I promise. Okay? Linda Vitti from Linda Vitti's Life Coaching and Counseling. If you need to talk to me about this or anything else, message me on Messenger, leave a comment below, find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and we'll see you next time, guys. God bless.